On a narrow highway in northern Afghanistan, they patrol in tight groups. A unique military alliance banded together against an omnipresent enemy. With sundown approaching, soldiers prepared to defend Mazar-e-Sharif for another night. The National Army, Special Forces and commandos, joined by local militia. Civilians with no government ties, volunteering to take up arms, as the Taliban threatened to seize their city. And I've been invited along to the front lines of battle. They're over there, behind the trees, this fighter nods. That's where the enemy is, and where we will attack next. Gunfire, at this stage, sporadic. Troops preparing for another escalation come nightfall. Mohammed Esmarai is on tonight's patrol. Just weeks ago, the 25-year-old was a shopkeeper in this city, Afghanistan's fourth largest. This team is bankrolled by warlord politician General Atta Mohammed Noor. He was once governor here in Balkh province. Before that, a commander of the Mujahideen, a guerrilla group embraced by the West during the war against Soviet occupation in the 1980s, but whose brutal infighting led Afghanistan to descend into chaos, laying the groundwork for the rise of Al-Qaeda and IS. When Taliban fighters first threatened Mazar with a bloody onslaught and attacked its entry gate, Noor called on its citizens to defend their provincial capital. While surrounding districts have fallen, Noor's men and this alliance have thus far been considered a success. It's just one example of local fighters working with government forces in the north, gaining the respect and trust from high-ranking government commanders.
ما میریم زمونجا وظیفه خود اجرا میکنیم زمانی که مثلا ما عقب نشینی میکنیم یا یک زخمی می داشته باشیم یک شهید می داشتیم همین نیروهایی که خیزش مردمی است اینا میان که ما هم کار میشن زخمی ما را مهمات به ما میرسونن دینی عرصه به ما همکاری میکنن.
And local police.
بسیج مردمی بود که دمی وارد دور داد اگر وہ نمی بود شاید در بینای شهر هم میرفت این بسیج مردمی بود که طالبان را عقب زده شد.
The Afghan government is eager to legitimize the local militia, registering some in legal battalions. But others fear another civil war, if the warlords once again end up jostling for power. A frightening case of history repeating itself.
I think in the past we have very bad experience with the militia groups, and we are not planning to create militia groups and replace the Afghan National Security Forces with the militia groups. Of course, during the emergency situation, we can use them, but they are not the main protector of the city.
But in the eyes of many, Afghanistan's battle against the Taliban is a losing one. At least 1,600 government forces in the north have fled the country just in recent weeks, with districts surrendering without a fight and the Taliban emboldened by the withdrawal of foreign forces. But while morale in other areas around the country may be low, here on the northern front lines, soldiers believe victory is possible and they can prevent a Taliban takeover.
کل جنبی تو داخل نشین شده و نصفش برآمده کوچ کرده وطن بیخی خراب از بعد وطن جور شود آرام شود جنگ و جدل گم شود.
Afghanistan's future now resting on an untested army and local militias. The country teetering on the brink of civil war.